Birds are so impressive in flight and are such a breathtaking part of Australia's diverse landscapes. Our red-tailed black cockatoos and algamars are regarded one of the most recognisable and iconic species of bird here in Australia, the cockatoo. But all of our birds, they do rely heavily on the bush for their food and their shelter. So just remember, no bush means no birds.
Too true. Now, worldwide habitat loss is still the #1 threat facing the survival of all of our gorgeous wildlife.
So let's make a difference today. Whoever you are, wherever you live, grow a native plant in your backyard and sooner or later you'll have amazing native wildlife living at your place.
Well, please put your hands together for Mel, Elise, Lily, and of course our beautiful Australian group, Free Fly Birds.
Far too close to the water's edge. And Nero is going to make a bigger mistake. He's going to go and get in the water just because why not?
Why not, eh? So as soon as I get in, he starts to hone in on where I am. He hasn't popped up, he hasn't looked at me, but he knows exactly where I am just by the splashes I'm sending out. And he will do the same thing in the wild. He won't pop up, he won't show himself, he wants to try and make sure that animal stays next to the water's edge for as long as possible, so he has the best chance of sneaking up, getting set up, and then striking out before that animal gets away. Because if he strikes out an animal that's worried or scared or thinks it's a crocodile, the big chance the animal will get away, and then he will miss that food item and never going to come back down to the same spot in the river again, and he's going to go hungry. So he will wait those animals out. He will almost like learn and remember the patterns and behaviours of the animals. Come here, boy, come on in. Come on. So he's got a frontal lobe in his brain, so he can learn and remember everything those animals are doing. Animals tend to be creatures of habit, so they'll come down to the same spot every single day to get a drink. And he's waiting for them to get a bit more comfortable, a bit more confident, so he can creep in and he can hold his breath for about 7 hours if he wants to. So he can come to that spot, he'll be just below the water surface, a couple of inches, in dark, dirty, murky water, so he wouldn't see you there, just like he's about to do right now. He gets set up. Give it up for him. So, you can see he didn't come out too fast, but he did call a little swing when he came for the food. He gains so much speed and so much distance in such a short amount of time because he's so big. Pretty cool.
That was a little bit slow, but I reckon, how about we set things up a little bit? Maybe step it up a notch, maybe go and get back in the water? Not really. Try again, come on, see if we can get a better try again. Who wants to see me go back in the water?
Sorry about the crowd has spoken. But you see, me walking away, he's coming to follow me. I'm further away and getting back close to the water. He wants to get back to the water. Once I get in, I'm in his territory. He's extremely territorial and he wants to get me out. One, because it's his home and it's like me splashing water is like someone throwing stones in the roof. But also because I fall within the food range that he eats. He eats medium to large sized mammals. He can eat something as big as a water buffalo, so he can definitely take something my size down easily. So me being in the water, me being next to the water's edge, he's not hunting a little piece of food in my hand, he's hunting me. He wants to eat me. That's what makes it a little bit easier for us trying to work around him, is we can go off that natural behaviour, off that instinct. There's not much room to work over this side of the enclosure. You get a bit nervous. Watch his feet. He's starting to bring his feet forward and get a bit of a kick to his tail. He's going to walk out again, this fella. I slipped over and he grabbed me mid-body. I would explode out both ends like a tube of toothpaste. He's great at what he does. He's great at catching those animals out. He wants to pretty much kill an animal on impact if he can. He bites it on the head. He will crush its head down to a couple of inches thick straight away. If he grabs it on one of the front legs, he would drag it back into the water and he would sink to the bottom. He might do a couple of death rolls to disorientate the animal, and it's all over very quickly. You know, you're not going to hold your breath for longer than maybe 20 or so seconds when you're getting grabbed by a crocodile. So you can just sink to the bottom and let the animal drown, and he's not going to get kicked in the head by a big cow or a big pig while he's doing it. So he's very quick, very efficient at the way that he strikes out, grabs his prey, and takes it back to the water. He obviously does that from next to the water, but he can also do it from things overhanging the water. So this is this ramp I'm standing out on right now. We call it the tail walk ramp. It's called the tail walk method that he's going to do. So he's popped up, and above the surface he has his eyes, his ears, and his nose. So he's got all of his senses exposed. You can imagine if this was dark, dirty, murky water, he's next to the water's edge, there's low-lying branches and sticks sticking out. You wouldn't make that out of the crocodile. You think it's just a stick or a floating log coming down the river. So he can see, smell, hear everything that's happening next to the water, all the animals that are coming down, all the animals that are overhanging the water. He can see them and he can lock onto their movement. So what he will do in a second, once he does lock onto the movement, he's going to plant his feet at the base of the pond. He's going to get a big kink in his tail, and he's going to angle his head upwards. So again, he's locking onto that movement. He's seeing what's going on overhanging the water. At this size, he'll be taking things like possums and flying foxes. Here we go. Locked onto the movement. He'll build up all that power in his tail. I dropped that quail, mate. Can you just remember? It's just behind you. You'll get it.
No, mate, that's all you.
Alright, let's try again, see if we can get to one in his mouth. So he will start doing this as soon as he hatches out of his egg. So you can imagine he looks exactly the same as this, but he's super tiny. He's about the size, he's about 15 centimeters long, so super cute, super tiny. And he does little tail walks and reeds. Here we go. Oh, he got that one. Give it up for him. But then he continues to do it. Even when he's bigger than this, he can still get over half his body length straight up and out of the water. So you've got to watch out for that when you're up in North Australia. But we've got one more piece of food for him, so I try and bring him out over here. We'll test him out, we can see how fast we can get him to run. People always say, look, crocs can run fast. They can chase you down, they can run as fast as a horse. Let's see how fast he can go. So he's pulling up again, he's getting set up for his strike. Come on, catch it coming. Now get your fish. Play a game here called Come Closer. You can play it, but you can only play it once. I'll try and reset it. It's great for him to work and move around the enclosure. We don't want him to just, sit there and open his mouth and get some food chucked in. We want to make sure that he's working off those natural behaviours. He's getting as much enrichment as he can, and his enrichment is trying to kill us, so we'll try and get him to come out. What are you doing, big boy? He's literally sat up right now, so he's got his 4 feet forward, he's got a little bit of a kink in his tail. Literally any moment now he can explode out, blink of an eye. That's why I don't want to get too close. How'd you come? So now he's fully out. And I'm going to do it further. That is about flat out for a croc. On land. I'll open your mouth now. Open up. Oh. Yeah, give it up for my last time. Absolutely wet.
Now, Charlie did forget about one of the scariest crocs we actually have here. While he does look a bit slow, crocodiles really are an ambush predator. He demonstrates that perfectly. Charlie will not waste any energy whatsoever. All he wants to do is make sure that he's going to make that energy come out. And have a look at him, it's no real surprise why. Have a look at how difficult it is for him to walk up here on land. These guys are not built for life up here on land. In fact, I'm sort of walking right along next to him, and all he wants to do is get back into the water. That's because that's where he knows that he's the boss. Now, he's got that big round belly, short little stumpy legs. It's pretty difficult, and also he's got that big tail hanging out behind him like a handbrake. But down in the water, I think he's going to go find that quail again. All those little attributes that don't help him up here on land, they're perfectly adapted to life in and around the water. They're an aquatic predator. They've got that long streamlined shape that allows them, there he goes, almost missed it out. Good work, Charlie, nice work, mate. He's got that long streamlined shape. He's built like a torpedo, those little legs just long enough to sink his fingers down into the mud so that he can set himself up for a strike. But once he's actually swimming, you can tuck him in beside him and he can actually cruise at about 28 kilometres an hour, which is the same speed as a dolphin.